Welcome to the WRC podcast. I'm your host, Katrina Marie, and you're in the right place. Here at the Well-Rounded Counselor podcast, what you can expect is to learn, shift your thinking, and gain personal and professional growth. And if you have not yet done so, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another podcast episode. The conversation starts now. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the WRC podcast. I am coming to you today from a very loving, sincere place. It's been a few weeks since I've actually done a solo cast. I think if you've been following me for a while, you would know that I mostly do a lot of interviews on my podcast of different professionals and different types of counselors who help people literally from all over the world. And it's truly been just such a whirlwind of fun. And in between, I try to blend in my own perspectives, and I also try to give you tidbits of what's going on in my life, how I'm enhancing my own practice, my own personal and professional development. And the last few weeks, I have been on spring break. And the spring break did not start out ideal. I think I put out a podcast a few weeks ago talking about how to overcome disappointment. And since that podcast, I've had to do a lot of me search, not research, me search. What do I mean by me search? Me search is taking time out to figure out why certain things in your life are happening the way they are and how you can reprogram your mind and the way you've been doing things to get the result that you really want. It takes a lot of discipline to do me search. It takes actually a lot of time to invest in yourself. And I know a lot of people use that excuse, I don't have time. But if you dedicate at least 30 minutes every day to better yourself, I guarantee you it's going to be the best 30 minutes of your day that's going to catapult you and put you on a trajectory that's going to help you become the next best version of yourself. And through this process, I've been thinking about how I really want to expand my business. And my business is, helping people apply to college, and it's helping parents figure out how to navigate the next chapter of their life. And I also mentor other counselors who are looking to become a counselor or they already are a counselor. Like, I got a lot going on. And in in spite of all of that, I work full time. So I want to understand, how to leverage and grow as an individual and how I can unlock certain beliefs I have about myself. And so I started doing some massive me search. And like I said, some of the things that I uncovered during this time were very revealing and very telling for me. What do I mean by that? Well, I started this 30-day exposure truth challenge. And it's not for anybody but myself. It is literally this time where I am sharing with the world my truth, who I really am, what I used to believe, and where I am now. Where I was over there to where I'm at right here. And many of you can probably relate. You can look back at a time in your life where you felt like, wow, I've come so far. I used to be doing this. And through all the stuff that I had to do, now I'm doing this. And you don't always know like the chaos and the craziness of the path that you've been on that's going to lead you to where you're at. And you don't always know what the outcome's going to look like, but it always works out for your highest good. Everything is always working out for your highest good. And I want to remind each and every one of you that are listening, that are going through whatever you're going through, that are going through their own growth and personal development. Maybe you've been following my podcast for a different reason, but today I'm going to go on this kind of journey of learning what it is that's going to push you to have that time of reflection. And like I said, I call it me search to figure out, okay, why haven't I gotten to the level that I want to get at fast? I see that girl over there doing it and she did this in 1 year. How come I'm still in the same place? I'm sure many of you can honestly relate to that. I know that I do that awful comparison trap and I need to stop that. I need to catch myself when I start getting into those negative feelings, those negative emotions, and reprogram my mind and be happy for that person. Reprogram my mind and be like, right, I want to know what they're doing because it seems to be working. How do I get the skills that person has. Like I said, I started going on this journey, and like I say in my very first episode, when you are ready to learn, the teacher will show up. Okay? So, I'm a proponent of getting coaching, mentoring, counseling from outside people. I always say every counselor needs a counselor, every coach needs a coach. You, whoever you are, whatever profession you're in, get somebody to mentor you, get somebody to help you get to the next level. And if you don't have the money, there's so many resources out there on the internet. You just got to invest the time to find what resources are going to resonate with you and push you to the next level. There are things that are self-paced that can go in alignment with your busy schedule. So you can do it at your own pace. If you have that discipline, figure it out, whatever that looks like for you. I do a blend of different things. And through the blend of different things, it really puts me in a different mindset that I don't think a lot of people like to think because they don't know how to think like this. Now, I'm not anybody special. I'm not anybody that's like better than anyone else. I am me. Okay. And I'm going to take you down a little journey because I did do some reflection, and I want to also let you know that in that reflection, I've redefined my message as a counselor, as a person that wants to show up with my gift in the world. Okay. My gift in the world is to be of service and love other people and help them go from a place of feeling stuck to a place of abundance and feeling like they're living their best life and they're on the path to that success. Okay. And how I do that is in the form of college counseling, mentoring, life skills. That's how I do it. Okay. That is my zone of genius. Okay. So you're going to hear my redefined idea in just a minute as I get into my story, but I just want to let you know that this didn't come right away. When you are scared, when you are growing, you're on the right path. Okay. When you're taking that time to figure it out alone, it takes a lot longer. When you have people who have been down that road before and you are learning from them and from their mistakes and what they did or didn't do, that's inspiring you to take action. And when you take action, you are actually putting the wheels in motion for you to reach your goal so much quicker. Okay. And I am a living proof of this. I am a person that's going through the motions right now. I'm a person that's going to continuously go through the motions. I remember I was listening to this one woman who's quite successful in her business, and nothing related to counseling, but just she's really successful in her business. And she said, life is a PhD. Life is an ongoing PhD. And when she said that, I was like, she's so right. I don't think any textbook, any top university will teach you the life skills that you really need to know to become the best version of yourself. Okay? To become the best version of yourself. And that's all we want in life is to become the best version of ourselves, to feel happy, to love others, to serve others, and to just leave our mark on the world. And I don't know if you can feel it, but I'm just feeling super passionate about this topic. And I'm just going to get into the story right now. So, my story is I remember being a 17-year-old high school student once. I came from a single parent household where money was tight and parental guidance was non existent. I would always hear, you need to go to college after high school. I didn't have straight A's. I didn't have a great SAT score. I did not have the confidence to write a college essay. And I didn't even take the most challenging courses in my school. I just existed. To be honest, I really wasn't clear about my future or my goals. And I certainly had no real understanding of the college application process. It was scary, it was confusing, and it was lonely. I single handedly went through this process all by myself. Funny enough, I had a deep moment in my own core where I was so excited about applying to college. I was so excited. I had this inner fire to look at this experience as fun. The excitement of applying to college was something I truly enjoyed. And I kept saying, this is a once in a lifetime experience. And believe me, it really is. Quite contrary to what many students feel today. So, when I first begin the college application process with a student and their family, they begin to feel discouragement, self doubt, not good enough, or even less than. And I have worked with hundreds And I mean hundreds of students from over 100 different nationalities during the past 14 years, and I've helped them get accepted into their dream university. Despite how they initially felt, I helped them overcome their limiting beliefs. And how did they do it? I always share that they need to feel excitement of the process. Trust me, you need to feel excitement when you are applying to college. It changes the way you approach this process. Applying to university is not only an exciting time, it's also self reflective. So, what do I teach you? I teach you how to navigate the college application process all over the world and have fun in the process. That is my message. I teach you to have fun in this process. I help you decide which tests to take for university admissions. I show you how to create a best fit college list, leaving you feeling proud of your choices. And I help you write your most meaningful college essays that help you stand out among thousands of applications. I mentor you on your academic guidance to meet university admission requirements. I also advise you on what you can be doing now to create a well rounded application. I also prepare you for mock interviews so you feel super confident in any interview question. My goal is to truly help you become the best possible applicant before you click submit. And I've always believed that. So, if you're ready to have fun when applying to college, I invite you to check out my resources. And I have loads of them in my show notes. So, if you are not familiar with my work or what I do, I've been creating content for the last almost 4 years. And I invite you to take, like I said, that time today, those 20 minutes, and I invite you to go and educate yourself about something that could potentially help you. I may say the one thing that you need to hear, the one thing that you need to hear that will change the trajectory of your life. And I'm telling you, I'm just a normal girl who came from a small town in Southern California, and I somehow believe that my life was meant for something bigger, you guys. I believed it in my core, just like I was that 17-year-old girl believing that the college application process is actually fun instead of this scary process. And I don't want any kid, I don't want any parent to say, I'm so stressed, it's so scary, what's going to happen? Because that is not in my vocabulary. That is not how I operate when I come into this process. I try my very best. Now, not everybody likes that approach. I'm not saying that everybody likes it, but it is for your greatest good to approach a situation with a positive mindset, to approach the situation that everything is working out in your favor. I don't believe that the top 10 universities in the world are for every single student out there, but I guarantee you, out of the 28,000 universities, there's going to be a place for you, and they're going to mold and shape you to become the best person you need to be so you can show up in the world and bring your gift. So I'm letting each and every one of you know on my podcast that I am going to try my very best to incorporate all the things that I'm learning and share my golden nuggets of wisdom with each and every one of you. Through my me search, I had this epiphany moment of who do I want to serve? Who do I want to love? And who do I want to share my gift with? And I want to share my gift with those people who identify with my story, who didn't feel good enough, who didn't have the confidence, who didn't know what to do. And trust me, I had no I had no help. I had to figure it out. And this is back in like 2005, you guys, when the social media world was very different. There was not this like array of information on the internet. I didn't even have a cell phone. Okay? I didn't even have a cell phone in 2005. So I'm telling you, if you're looking for the support, the mentorship, the positivity in this process, I invite you to look at my materials. I have so much free content, you guys. Honestly, that one video of 5 minutes might change your life, or that podcast of 20 minutes might change your life. I invite you to take action. Whatever goal it is that you are striving for and you feel like there's no motion in your life towards it, take some inspired action, because once you take inspired action, I guarantee you're going to reach closer. And it's not going to be an immediate thing. I don't want people to look at this as like a quick fix, because trust me, I've been doing this, me search for a long time, a very long time. And I am not 100%. I have not 100% downloaded all the information. And I don't even think I actually will, because life is our PhD. We are constantly learning, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly growing. So, my message to you today is, what is your gift? What is your me search? And how are you going to show up in the world? And what are you going to do? What steps are you going to do to help you meet that goal? Okay. I hope you all are having a super amazing day, a super amazing week. And to be honest, I'm sorry about not being consistent on my podcast lately, but I really needed this time to bring you some really fresh content, really fresh perspective. If I'm not evolving, if I'm not growing, I can't show up in the best possible way for you. So, if you could just take a few minutes after you've listened to this amazing podcast and you're feeling invited, if you're feeling invigorated, not invited, but I invite you to leave me a rating on my Spotify. It really helps grow this podcast. If you love this episode, please share it with somebody. And if you're loving the content, or you have a question, or you want to be a guest on my podcast, get in touch with me. I'm going to leave all of my details below in the show notes. So you literally have every single possible way to get in touch with me. Okay. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting me and listening to me. I'm super grateful for you. And I wish you all nothing but the best possible day ahead. Lots of love. Did you love the episode? I hope you're feeling inspired and no longer feeling alone out there, and you're ready to evolve and become a better person. Make sure that you share this podcast or take a screenshot and post it on your social media. That's how you help spread this podcast organically, and people can find it much easier when you share, or share it with a loved one. I'm your host, Katrina Marie, and make it your mission to be a blessing in someone else's life today.